Hello, everyone. I am Dr. Ferguson, family nurse practitioner at Bella Medical Associates, and I just deleted the video by accident, so I am re recording. All right. So, again, I am Dr. Belinda Ferguson, family nurse practitioner at Bella Medical Associates, where we are performance powered by wellness and where we help individuals realign, restore, and rebalance their performance and wellness. So, tonight, I am here to talk about something that touches everyone, and that is stress. So, we live in constant overdrive, deadlines, expectations, and the never ending to do list. And most people don't realize that stress isn't just mental, it is biochemical. It changes your hormones, your focus, your sleep, it changes your energy, and it changes your energy at the cellular level. So, I'm going to break down exactly how stress impacts your body, which systems takes the hardest hit, and most importantly, how to reset your body fast so that you can get back to clarity, to calm, and to control. So grab your notebook, take a deep breath, and let's get started. All right, so I've already introduced myself, already told you who I am. So what we all know is that stress is unavoidable. But what if I told you that it's not the stress itself that harms you, but how long your body stays stuck in that stressful mode? What you want to do is get out of that stressful mode. And so tonight, what I'm going to do is break down how stress impacts your body systems, which one takes the hardest hit, and what you can do right now to reset and to restore it. Okay. So the brain triggers the hypothalamic pituitary adrenal system, which for short is the HPA axis. That releases the cortisol and the adrenaline. The short-term benefits of stress is good for you. Stress is healthy. That's the healthy stress. Okay. Then you have the unhealthy stress. Now the healthy stress is that stress that helps you to focus, it helps you to be alert. So it's your alertness. Healthy stress is if that bear was to burst through the door, or if it's a burglar or someone or something happens, and it puts me in that fight mode or that flight mode. So that's that stressful moment where I'm going to get away. So that's good. That's perfect. That's what our body system's supposed to do. However, if your body stays in that fight or flight mode, then that's when it becomes that long-term risk or that chronic stress. And that chronic stress leads to the fatigue, it leads to inflammation, it leads to hormonal imbalance. So that long term unhealthy stress, chronic stress, is what becomes deadly, and it's detrimental, and it harms your body. Okay, so again, stress is meant to be temporary, not chronic. The chronic stress is what keeps the switch turned on. Whenever you keep that stress switch turned on, that's when it leads to other detrimental circumstances and situations. So the system that's hit the hardest is the endocrine system. And again, the endocrine system takes the brunt of it. The endocrine system, it regulates the hormones that touches every organ in the body. Okay. And it is a cortisol disruptor. So the cortisol dysregulation is where the fatigue, the weight gain, the belly fat. It's really hard to get rid of that abdominal, that visceral fat, is because stress plays a role in that. Your body's in that stressful mode. Sleep issues, it can interfere with your sleep. And again, when you don't get enough of sleep, it just continuously builds upon the stress. Thyroid suppression. Whenever you're in that stressful mode, your metabolism becomes low. So you have a low metabolism and you have those mood shifts. So you have those low moods. You feel sad, you feel depleted. So again, it's wreaking havoc on your systems. And then sex hormone imbalance, PMS, low libido, fertility concerns. So stress is truly one of those risks that wreak havocs on every system, every part of your body. So, the mind and body impact. Stress alters your gut health. Okay, diarrhea, upset stomach. Stress makes you eat though. So again, that's when, and some people don't eat when they're stressed out. They're too nervous. They don't want to eat, but still that's not a good thing because their body is stressed out. So it's altering their normal normalities and normal balance of their body. Okay. So again, stress alters the gut health, the immune system, and again, the clarity, cognitive clarity. It affects the focus, your brain focus. So how can we alleviate that? How can we de-stress? How can we get out of that stressful mode? There's a quick body reset techniques that you can do to get rid of stress. And the number one, most efficient and the easiest one to reset your body is the breathing reset. And the breathing reset is when you inhale 4, you hold it for 4, and then you exhale it for 6. So inhale 4 seconds, hold it for 4 seconds, exhale it 6 seconds. Okay, or take 6 seconds to let it all out. So inhale 4, hold it, exhale 6. Okay. And what that does is that signals the vagus nervous or your vagus nerve to shift from that fight or flight. Okay. So you leave from fight or flight and go to rest and restore. So from the sympathetic nervous system to the parasympathetic nervous system. The physical reset is like gentle neck rolls to release that tension, shoulder rolls, stretching your arms up above your head, or going outside or even inside, take a short walk around to discharge that built up energy, that stress, tense energy. So, stretching to relieve it. Okay. And then there's the mental reset. The mental reset is to place in the hand over the heart and name what you feel and focus on one positive cue like gratitude, purpose, progress. You want to focus on positive. So don't pretend like the stress isn't there. You're going to recognize it. You're going to own it. You're going to see it. You're going to respect it so that you can gracefully release it, let it go, so that it doesn't keep you in that unhealthy stress mode. Okay. So now I'm going to mention to you the way I handle or dealing with patients and when I'm coaching and in just in general. The technique I use is my Realign, Restore, and Rebalance framework, 3 steps that takes the patients or clients through that progression of resolving issues and getting things done. So that's how I train the body to stay in balance even under pressure. Again, by realigning, restoring, and rebalancing. So to summarize all of this, again, stress isn't your enemy. You have your healthy stress, you have your unhealthy stress. Okay. So again, stress isn't your enemy, it's information. That's what stress is. And you just have to learn to read it, to reset it, and to realign with your body's rhythm. Okay. So if you're ready to take this further, I invite you to schedule a consultation or a functional analysis at bellamedicalassociates.com, and let's restore your performance and your energy together. All right. Thanks everyone for watching. And hopefully this time I will not delete this video. Thank you. Good night.